Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dark Phoenix Gaming, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunrider, Mask of Arcadius. So, when we left off last time, we had just finished up our mission, ostensibly to protect some diplomats for the Solar Alliance, which actually ended with us, not protecting those diplomats. If you don't remember from last time, basically, we are using them to try and start a war between the Solar Alliance and Pact by getting them captured. Because said war is going to happen eventually, the logic being, if we trigger it early, then we can reduce the number of people who will die as a result. And now we're out of that particular hot zone, and we only have to worry about whether or not we will nominally get in hot water with the people who hired us to protect them, as well as Asaga, who was less than pleased with our decision in the moment, and definitely was not for that sort of thing. Speaking of Asaga, it's talk to the crew time. Oh, did you need me for something, Captain? How are you adjusting to the Sunrider? I think it's going pretty well. Warm food and a bed to sleep on, anyways. The Sunrider is also much cleaner than Chigara's workshop. I really wish the first officer would quit chewing me out, though. What happened? Well, first I tried to hook up my Game Master to the Holovision and lounge. Ugh. You won't imagine how red her face was when she told me off for that. Something about contaminating the ship's electronics? Then I tried playing some dual creatures with Chigara in the crew quarters, and then she comes marching in saying, "No card games." Bleh. Already spoken to Ava about it. She won't be giving you any more trouble. Really? You're the best, Captain. Just try and keep it in moderation, alright? Understood. I love how she's basically playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Game Boy in here. Nice. Now, let's get the unpleasant thing out of the way. What are your thoughts about the whole Ikari situation? I mean, thinking about what happened, I just don't feel good about it. It's good that the Alliance is finally stepping up and getting ready to help us. I can't believe we had to do something so horrible to get their help. Yeah, I get that. I'm not too pleased about it myself. But between the option of doing that and the option of letting Pact continue rampaging through the neutral rim, I think this was the least terrible option we had, honestly. I fly the Blackjack to protect innocence, Captain. Letting those children die was wrong. I can't say it's been easy sleeping, but their deaths will not be in vain. I guess. I just hope something like that doesn't ever happen again. Well, I'm not about to promise that, but I would like to avoid that also. It's supposed to help those kids. That's why I decided to become a freelancer, to stand up for people who are being oppressed by Pact. Just disappointing. I've let those kids down. And, well, I guess they're not really around to give me a second chance, are they? Aww. And now I just want to give her a hug. Cheer up, Asaga. We'll find some Pact for you to beat up soon enough. Try and stay out of trouble, though, yeah? Understood, Captain. Okay, Chigara. What's up? Yeah, oh, sorry, Captain. I didn't see you coming there. That must be the third time that's happened. Sorry, you get really focused in your work, huh? Whenever I'm working on something, I tend to lose awareness of everything else. Is there something you needed, Captain? How are you adjusting to the Sunrider? The Sunrider's a wonderful vessel. In fact, I don't think I've ever been on a ship as advanced in my life. In fact, I was just running some energy conversion models the other day, and I can say the Sunrider that... can't talk, apparently. In fact, I was just running some energy conversion models the other day, and I can say that the Sunrider's core is one of the most efficient in the galaxy. Since the Sunrider's powered through atomic fusion, we don't have to worry about radiation management. Now, I think if I were to upgrade the fuel feeder with... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bore you with technobabble. I mean, you must be busy, so, what were you talking about again? Please repeat your question? Oh, Chigara, you are the best. Calm down, I was just asking how you were doing. Oh, everything's good, actually. First officers helped me move in all my things. I even managed to improve the research lab here in engineering, too. I'm glad to hear that. Well, what do you think about what happened with that mercenary? It was terrible seeing all those kids die. It's not the first time I've seen something like that happen, but you never get used to it. I should hope not, honestly. I guess it's unavoidable that innocents die in war. That's why I like machines. You can fix them back up even after they break. Well, you keep up the good work. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye, Captain. Yeah. Now, time to talk to said mercenary. Captain. And thank you for agreeing to not moonlight as a stripper while you're on board the Sunrider. It was very distracting. What exactly did you do as a mercenary, Ikari? Don't think it's just some goon for hire. I only took out packed targets. Yeah, honestly, that checks out with what we knew of her. Blew up a couple of refueling stations here and there, sank some crippled cruisers, even impersonated a low-level pack Venkazar once. Can't really imagine you as a Venkazar. I had to put on a special latex suit to make myself look 80 pounds fatter. Wow. Wow, so what exactly were you doing? It was a slave sale bust. The Alliance hired me to bust a transaction between a pirate cell and this packed Venkazar. Pack's been liberating slaves by paying off their slavers in exchange for serving as personnel on their ships, of course. This is going to be one of the biggest sales ever, nearly 200 adults. The Alliance got involved when Pact accidentally included a citizen in the group. I guess they forgot to check their passports or something. I guess so. So you just impersonated the Venkazar to pay the pirates off and free the slaves after? If only it were simple. See, the cheapskates at the Alliance were only willing to pay to free their own citizen. Thing about not wanting to fund piracy? Anyways, that was all irrelevant since it was a double cross, and the pirates were planning to slit the Venkazar's throat after they got the money anyways. Got grazed by a couple of their shots, which melted through my latex suit. That was a sight to see. Again, moonlighting as a stripper. I bet. So how did you get out of that alive? I swapped places with the real Venkazar just as she arrived. Haha, you should have seen the look on her face as the pirates grabbed her. Meanwhile, all the slaves got loose. It was total pandemonium in there. Finally, the pirates opened fire on the packed Starliner, spacing everyone on board. I don't know what happened to the slaves. I managed to get the Alliance citizen out of there, though, and in the end, that's all that mattered to my clients. That's pretty crazy. I can't believe you managed to make it out of that in one piece. Haha, and that's what I loved about mercenary work. It's my life or theirs, no time to stop and contemplate on philosophical questions. Anyways, that's pretty much what being a mercenary was like. It was risky work, but I liked the excitement. It kept my mind off other things. Yeah, figured that would be part of it. I noticed you're quite fond of your swords, also. In the ancient times, they said the invention of gunpowder ended the age of swordplay, while the creation of personal shieldings brought it back. Now that people can emit shields that can deflect small arms, the only way to take them down is to draw your sword and get up close and personal with them. Yes, the sword-equipped Gundams, I have noticed. Have you ever killed someone with your sword in person? Not inside your quasi-Gundam, I mean. A couple of packed soldiers and pirates, when they pop up personal shielding, it's the best way to take them down. Sounds like a good strategy. I will have to keep that in mind. It gets the job done, that's for sure. I can still remember most of their faces. Definitely makes you think about what you're doing more than pressing a button and firing a rocket at an enemy spaceship. No joke. They were armed enemies, though. It was either their lives or mine. Nice way to keep it simple, that's for sure. Right. How are you adjusting to the Sunrider? I'm satisfied with my current accommodations. It's much better than what I'm used to. Thanks for your concern. Okay, I'd better get going then. And that is all our talkie-talkie for now, so let's head for the bridge. Captain, I've just received a message from the neutral world of Ryuvia. Oh? Ryuvia? You mean we've been contacted by royalty? Correct. Ryuvia is one of the oldest nations in the galaxy, the history going back for over 10,000 years. In fact, some historians say that Ryuvia might even have been the birthplace of humanity. This version of humanity, anyways. Let's hear what they've got to say. Put them on screen. Hail, Sunrider. I am King Jailor de Ryuvia. Greetings, Your Highness. I'm Captain Kayto Shields of the starship Sunrider. This is my first officer, Ava Crescentia. I have heard of your deeds in the Neutral Rim and believe you may be of help. There's a treasure known to our people, which we seek to retrieve from the Nomodorn Corridor. Perform well and we shall bestow you with great riches. What are you looking for? The crown jewel of Ryuvia. Crown jewel, I presume it's of value? The kingdom of Ryuvia holds many secrets, Captain. You have our request. I shall be waiting. And of course he's going to be cryptic and not tell us anything. There's no way that will come back to bite us in the ass. No way at all. That's it. Not much to go off, is it? Well, maybe this might shed some light on the matter. What? The rumor on the streets of Ryuvia is that the princess has been missing. Princess, and what's the crown jewel have to do with that? I've been doing some research on Ryuvian treasures, and I came across this book. A Lost Technology Catalog? It's an encyclopedia of various Ryuvian treasures that have gone missing throughout history. According to this book, the crown jewel isn't a carved gem, but rather a highly advanced crystalline device which can pinpoint the location of royal blood across astronomical distances. Ah, and let me guess, the Ryuvians want this crown jewel to help find their princess. Bingo. At least that's the best explanation I can think of. Well, I certainly haven't got anything better. Okay. Well, since we're here, we may as well go through the info catalog. Debrief me on King Jailor and the Ryuvians. A long time ago, the Ryuvian Empire stretched across the galaxy, its vast military powered by technologies which have become long forgotten. It was a vast and mighty empire where culture and the sciences flourished. Their glory days could not last forever. Legend speaks of a vast calamity that shook the core of the Ryuvian Empire and caused its ultimate collapse. The formation of the Solar Alliance further degraded Ryuvia's power, and today all that is left of its former glory is the sole planet of Ryuvia. Quite the decline from a galaxy-spanning interstellar empire, to be sure. You can still find pieces of their former empire scattered throughout the galaxy, though many archaeologists and space explorers seek to find Ryuvian treasures, which may hold the secret to unlocking the power of their lost technology. Okay, but this crown jewel that can just track members of their royal bloodline, why in the world would they invent such a mad device in the first place? Dynastic succession. During ancient times, whoever succeeded the Ryuvian throne essentially ruled the galaxy. Needless to say, there were many impostors who claimed the throne. The crown jewel of Ryuvia was made with the utmost precision to detect royal blood. You could even say the fate of the galaxy depended upon its accuracy. Not dramatic in the slightest, I'm sure. Much of what we've dug up of the ancient Ryuvians' technology escapes comprehension, though. Some of the details of the device may never be understood. Okay, tell me more about lost technology. It's ancient technology left behind by the former Ryuvian Empire. A long time ago, even before the formation of the Solar Alliance, the Ryuvian Empire conquered the entire galaxy using technology we could not even conceive of. When their empire collapsed, much of their technology was lost in the ensuing chaos. You could say that humanity's scientific knowledge peaked at the height of the Ryuvian Empire, and with its collapse entered into a dark age. Yes, space dark ages. Lovely. We've been trying to catch up to the Ryuvians' level of sophistication ever since, but it'll still take decades until we have anything as good as the ancient Ryuvians. We call the pieces of technology left by the ancient Ryuvians lost technology. Whenever one is found, it can dramatically change the power balance of the galaxy. Well, since we could certainly use the funding, we might as well help the Ryuvians get their crown jewel back. Understood, Captain. I punched in the coordinates for the Nomodorn corridor. Set our course on the star map and we'll be underway.